Divinely inspired 1400 years ago, the noble Prophet Muhammad ﷺ set about implementing several new institutions and promulgating new laws for the transformation of humanity. From the desert sands of Arabia to the far corners of the world, a new social order of social justice was to prevail, where the elimination of poverty was the target. Caring and sharing was embedded in the cultural fabric of society, and pleasing Allah in all our deeds was the purpose of life. One of the institutions that the noble Prophet Muhammad ﷺ created was the institution of Waqf or Awqaf.
My dear brothers and sisters, please allow me to remind you that the Waqf institution and the benefits thereof is an integral part of our Islamic responsibilities and duties, inter alia, social upliftment, sustainable development, providing scholarships and aiding the poor and needy. My dear brothers and sisters, if you are by the means, grab the opportunity to dedicate some of your wealth or properties as a waqf to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. For indeed, you will have a perpetual reward. So even after your demise, your charity will continue and your reward will continue.
The first Waqf is said to be the Masjid Quba, which was built on land endowed by the Banu Najjar. When a person dies, all his or her deeds come to an end except three: Sadaqah Jariyah, ongoing charity or Waqf, beneficial knowledge, and a pious child who prays for his or her deceased parents. The revelation of the verse, لَن تَنَالُوا الْبِرَّ حَتَّى تُنْفِقُوا مِمَّا تُحِبُّونَ, none of you shall attain righteousness until you give of what you love, was the beginning of a revolution in the nascent community in Medina, where Ansar and Muhajirun shared and cared for each other without any precedent in human history. Several Sahaba followed by making waqfs of their best properties and assets in favor of their families, the poor, needy, destitute, the mujahideen, and the ummah. On the recommendation of the noble Prophet ﷺ, Umar ibn al-Khattab, a companion, made a historic waqf of his orchards in Khaybar, his best property, and today known as the first social development waqf in Islamic history. Other companions such as Abu Talha dedicated his orchards, and Uthman Ghani endowed the famous well in Medina. Over the centuries, the spirit of waqf making spread to every nook and corner of the Islamic world, from Andalusia and Morocco in the west to Indonesia and India in the east. Muslims, both men and women, both the elite and rank and file, endowed properties for mosques, schools, universities, hospitals, guest houses, homes for the destitute and frail, hospices, soup kitchens, research and scholars. What is Waqf? A Waqf is a voluntary Islamic charitable endowment purely for the pleasure of Allah. A Waqf can be made through donating cash, property and or other assets. The income or usufruct from the Waqf may be used for any Sharia compliant purpose.
In South Africa, the idea is to provide sustainable solutions and to empower communities. We have an opportunity to make a difference. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is providing us an opportunity to make a difference, and we need to take advantage of this. South Africa is at a tipping point. It has an opportunity to provide a great platform for Africa to grow. I think it is an opportunity that we cannot miss. So the key role for Awqaf is to provide sustainable solutions and that will reach the ultimate goal of alleviating the status of South Africa and spilling the success throughout Africa.
Awqaf South Africa set about with a vision to re-establish the divine institution of Waqf in Southern Africa and beyond, to popularize and develop the Waqf system, to create, mobilize, invest, manage and administer Waqf funds and assets, to initiate and utilize the income from Waqf investments towards worthwhile sustainable community development and poverty eradication projects and programs to benefit the poor, needy and designated beneficiaries.